Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Momma Schmooze Reviews. I am here to give you the favorites that we have for our homeschool month of January, along with Abby, Full-Time Wife Life, and many more have done this collaboration. They do it every month, and it's so fun to share what our favorites are. So let me begin, and also check out Abby's channel below. I will link it below with all the others that are in the playlist. It's a really fun way to see what other people like and what are working for them. And let's start. The Jolly Postman, or Other People's Letters by Janet and Alan Alberg. This is a book I got from my mom when I was a kid, and I wanted to save it until my daughter was able to take good care of it. So it's about a mail carrier that literally just goes through the town and he delivers letters. And so the great thing about this book is that every single time he goes to a house, they have a cute little letter in there. And for instance, this is to Mr. and Mrs. Bear and Baby Bear. And Goldilocks is apologizing for eating the porridge, and she says that her dad will fix the chair. And then she invites him to the birthday party, which is later on in the book. So my daughter absolutely loves the illustrations, and more importantly, she is in love with opening up the letters. So it's like basically, it's just really cool. And here they have like a newsletter, and then she gets to look through it here. And it's just like everywhere the mail carrier goes, he visits the house, and then they get to read their mail. So this one has a postcard in it. As you can see, it just goes to Cinderella, to Goldilocks, the Jack and Beanstalk, the wolf, and everything like that. So every little letter they get to open up. So for instance, really quickly, I'll show you the Goldilocks one. She gets a birthday card. She turns 8 years old, and then she gets some cash. So it's really, really neat. And the cash is in pounds, so then you could explain to them that there's different ways or different currencies in different countries. So it's really, really cool. And then he goes back home and he rests. But this was a really cool book, and she was so surprised to get it. And she loved the fact that it was mine when I was a kid, and I loved it so much that she is actually having as much fun as I did with it. So it was really cool to just see just the memories that I had as a kid, and just see her get so excited about opening up her own envelopes. So this will be a great way to get your kids into writing and going to the post office and sending out a letter. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I know Daniel Tiger did it. Like, they wrote a letter to their dad, and then they sent it to him, and then it comes to the mail. So this is a really good way of doing even a unit study for a whole entire week about writing letters and going to the post office and learning about the mail carriers, maybe community helpers. So I thought that was great. This is a Martin Luther King, Ordinary People Change the World. So I searched a bunch of Martin Luther King books, and this one came a little bit later. So I finally got it the other day, but I like it a lot because it is cartoonish. It kind of looks silly because Martin Luther King is like a cartoon, a little boy with a mustache, but I read it to my daughter, and she's 4, and she had enough patience to listen to it, and the illustrations are so fun and hilarious that she actually sat down. Now, I didn't read the little cartoons, but I'm sure this would be great for like a 7 to 10-year-old. So she's only 4, but it was a great way to explain all of the things that happened and all the unfairness. I would definitely recommend this to elementary kids, but my daughter seemed to sit through it while she was eating a snack, and we had a lot of fun doing it. And it was a really, like, out of all the books I got from Martin Luther King, this one I would say was one of the best ones that I got. So it's I Am Martin Luther King Jr., Ordinary People Change the World, and it is by Brad Meltzer. This is another book that I got from the library. Sorry about the light shining, but it's from Jonathan Bean, and it's called This Is My Home. And I guess he did a biography about him, an autobiography about himself, or a book that he wrote later in the years. But anyways, he was a homeschooler, and he was basically, I saw this on Amazon a long time ago. I was just looking up homeschool books, and this popped up. And he basically is a boy, and he was homeschooled his whole life, and he talks about how his home is his school, and how can that be confusing. So he explains, and then he shares just like this is his teacher, his mom and his sisters, and that's his classmates and his teacher. And then it just goes through the journey of them learning in their home. And I just thought it was really cute. This is their little like PE area with their playground, and there's so much stuff that they're doing. She's reading a book, but it's really, really cool, guys. I thought the illustrations are awesome. And then at the end, it shares all of their homeschool little like adventures and their pictures of when they were little. Now this is the reading lesson, Teach Your Child to Read. I finally got it. I had it from the library and we went through a few chapters and my daughter loved it. I have a video up here, I'll link above, comparing this one to the 100 Easy Lessons. This is just my style, you guys. Not everyone's gonna like this, but I like it. It's more simple for me, I guess, just to teach her. They do this, for instance, let me show you. It says C, the name of this letter C, it makes the sound of cat. So they show you pictures and then they'll go through all of the letters for you. I'll just flip through this really quickly. I know that I did a video on it, so you could like look through most of the book. But we're on chapter 4, I think, right now. So we're taking it easy, doing maybe a few lessons a week. And she is really getting it. And she wants to read. I'm not pushing it, so I'm just doing it as slow as possible. And another good, I'll link it down below, starfall.com is another great way to learn how to read. She was using it the other day for like 20 or 30 minutes, and she never goes on the computer that much, but she absolutely loved it. And she was learning how to read a storybook, and it was a little more interactive, and she loved it. So I'll link that below. That was also another great website, because ABC Mouse we bought, but I like Starfall a lot as well, and it's free. Alright, so on to my last but not least. This is Explore the Code. Christy Clover from Raising Clovers suggested just to rip out the cover in the back and just file things, and that's what I did. I just ripped it out. My daughter likes it on this clipboard, so every morning, even like Saturday and Sundays, like I will rip out 3 pages of Explore the Code for her. This is before Explore the Code. This is A, B, and C edition for preschoolers. I think it's for 4 and 5-year-olds or something. So she's been doing it ever since she's been 3.5, and she was liking it, but now she absolutely loves it. I did not think it was a great book at all. I just couldn't believe that I bought it. And I was like just listening to people on YouTube and just looking at the reviews online. And then when I saw it, I was like, it's so simple. I don't understand. It's like very basic. Well, that's the cool part about this. You could color it, you could circle it, you could cross it off. You could do kind of like your own lessons if you want to be more creative with it. You read their directions, but you could make it a little bit more, I guess, your style. But it's really neat. Like, for instance, you draw a line from the letter to the picture. But at first, this is the second book, so it's a little more advanced. The first book's a lot more easier. This one is starting to get a little bit harder. So yeah, that's it, you guys. I hope you guys like all of these things that I showed you. If you're not familiar with Explore the Code, check it out. It's not too expensive. I got it from the Christian bookstore.net and it was on sale. It was really inexpensive compared to Amazon. And I recommend this book. It's really good. And if you're learning about Martin Luther King, I would say this would be a great book for like any kids from the ages of, I would say 5, 6 to 10 or 11. And this Jolly Postman is such a great book. They're gonna have so much fun with it. Yeah, that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. Please check out Abby's channel and all the other people that participated. It's so fun to see what other people are using for their homeschool and what their favorites are for the month. Thanks again for watching. Bye.